Hello everyone, welcome back. I am the Caking Mum NZ. It is 9 o'clock on Saturday night in New Zealand and I hope everyone's had a good day. I am going to follow on from last night's video and put buttercream on my children's cakes and also put decorations on. So I've just got these out of the freezer, taken off the first layer of glad wrap. And I realised it was 9 o'clock, so I needed to start. There's still a layer of glad wrap on all of the cakes. Okay, so how's everybody's day been? I've had a really good day. Got up pretty early and was out to the supermarket getting the last of the things I needed for the kids' cakes. And then I finished the decorations from last night. So Barbie is... She had an accident with her neck, so she ended up having to go on a plaque. That happens. now it's the crack showing. And Spider-Man's mask. My son was very happy to see that. So those are for later. Hey! Yay! Yeah, I need to do a schedule, but it's a little bit... But hi! Oh my goodness! It's been too long. So I've been making buttercream today. I've made blue for my son's cake. And then pink for my daughter's cake. I was going to do that on stream, but due to time constraints that wasn't going to work, and also sound. So first up I'm going to buttercream my son's cake, so I'll just finish unwrapping those. But 7-9, wow, usually it's the other way around. Usually it's me watching you, and that hasn't been for a long time. I hope you're doing well, eh? What are you doing sitting online on a Saturday night, huh? Right, I'm just putting a little bit of buttercream on the bottom of the cake because I had some feedback for a cake I made over New Year that there should be some icing on the bottom because it's everywhere else and there's none on the bottom. And you do need to put some icing on the bottom anyway to make it stick to the board. So now I just do a thin layer. And then that keeps everyone happy, right? Yeah, fair enough. I don't know how long I'll go for, but for now I'm giving it a go. Seems to work. Seems to be helping, so. Oh. Kittens are in full charge mode again, because why not? Just like children, they're going to make noise when you're doing something. So, what have you been up to today? Anything much? Beautiful sunny day. Well, it was over here anyway. Hey Scuba! Lurk away. Just a little bit in concentration mode while I try and get the icing on the cake in a nice even layer-ish. I've always wanted to share what I do, so I'm quite pleased that I decided to just give it a go. Hey Flash! Thanks for coming back tonight. I need to actually get in on one of your streams I went to the other day and then popped back out and got distracted, and here we go. So, right, I was going to talk a little bit about postnatal depression because given it's my kids' birthdays and I had that with my daughter, and last night was birth stories, which I hope weren't too scary for people. Yeah, I had been warned that because of my other issues that I had, that I might be more prone to getting postnatal depression than when we first got pregnant. So, you know, we sort of knew that it could come up. And because of the birth, it did. It reared its ugly head. And it's really, like, I've had struggles with depression over time and other things, and it was just so different. I had no idea sort of who I was, what I was doing. I was expected to look after this tiny little baby. I mean, obviously I gave birth to it, but, you know, you feel a bit different. Whoa, hang on, what am I doing? And everybody does get that to a degree too, I know that. But it sort of was, I had issues feeding, so I had to express as well as feed, and she didn't get much from feeding off me, so she had to have formula as well. So it was get formula made, get her fed off me, start expressing, give her a bottle of whatever was expressed last time, give her, top her up with formula until she was done, express the other side, try and put the baby down for sleep. She didn't like to nap very much. I had the bassinet in the lounge during the daytime, had 2 bassinets. Oh, no, I didn't, we moved it. And she just wouldn't sleep, and I couldn't do anything. People said, oh, you can vacuum around a baby, no worries, they'll sleep, and she just wouldn't, and oh my goodness. And you got other people saying, sleep when the baby sleeps. That also is not easy when you are doing everything else, like the expressing and that. I know I've got a male viewing list at the moment, but you'll just have to put up with me, guys, and try not to be in depth or gory. But yeah, so I got to a point where I sort of was just, I wasn't getting any sleep much, except a little bit at night. But then I still have to get up and feed her, and I'd feel guilty if I just gave her formula, so I'd go through the whole express and feed, and oh my goodness, in the middle of the night, you know, I would try really hard to be quiet so I wouldn't wake my husband up, because he was a night shift worker. Sometimes I would get a bit frustrated and be like, can't you just get up and hear the baby, like, help? But I became a different person. I didn't really like me, I didn't like being a mum, I didn't like my husband, I didn't like anything. 2 of my best friends in the world came to stay different times, and they just couldn't believe, you know, they're like, who are you? We don't know you, you're not you. And that was when it sort of was identified that, yeah, I did have postnatal depression, because I would snap at people, I wasn't grateful for any help, a little bit I wanted people to just help me the way I wanted to, and there was more, you know, if you want help with the baby, we'll take the baby out, you get some sleep. No, I don't want to, because I worry about the baby and I won't get some sleep, because you're not just sit here, at least I've got more chance to sleep. No, if you don't want someone to take the baby out, that's it, we're not taking the baby out, we're not coming round, so let's let the baby come out, or, you know, and I'm still in 2 minds with that, as to whether I agree with mum with postnatal depression. You should to some degree be able to say, hey, this is what I think is best for both me and the baby, so neither of us gets distressed, I can get some sleep, baby can get some time away from mum, a little bit of different stimulation, blah blah. Yeah, so it was really hard. It was hard on me and my husband. We argued a lot. Postnatal depression did also trigger a lot of stuff for me from my PTSD things from my childhood, which I was also warned would happen, because it just would, giving birth to a baby and the things that had happened to me when I was younger, which I'll get to. Those that know me know, and those that don't, well, I will eventually get there. But yeah, so I felt like I didn't have anyone in the world that would listen to me, and I finally reached out through my doctor and the help of my sister and my support of my husband and my friends to postnatal depression support. I got a really lovely counsellor who taught me to leave the baby in the bedroom and leave the monitor turned off until she was asleep, because I would leave it on while she was settling and she would be whimpering and crying, and that would unsettle me, and it was just a very vicious cycle. So she got me out of that, and she helped me get onto medication and things, but unfortunately you can't fix some things, and my marriage was pretty broken. We we didn't make it past her being about 17 months, I think, which is sad. We went to marriage counselling, that didn't work. I guess neither of us was really ready for marriage and babies. We'd had an amazing relationship, but goodbye, kiss goodbye to that, with the child when postnatal depression comes in. I didn't have it as bad as other women have had it. Other women I know have been suicidal. I did feel like I didn't want to be here and I wanted to run away. I did feel like I didn't want my baby. But then if somebody wanted to take her away from me, no way. No way were you taking my baby. Nope. Because I was scared that they wouldn't bring her back. So it was a hard journey. Postnatal depression can last up to 7 years. But I was pretty lucky that getting pregnant with my son actually sort of cured that. The hormonal balance came back and things. And I was lucky also to bond with my daughter, because postnatal depression can cause lack of bond. The counsellor said to me she wished that she could bottle the bond that I had with my daughter and give it to some other mums who had postnatal depression, because she was just amazed that no matter what, I did everything I could to keep that going with my daughter, to make sure that we had a connection. I didn't want to lose sight of her, and I think too I've done that in life when I've been down and had feelings of wanting to hurt myself, which I have when I was younger. So I did want to run away. I did want to get away from the baby. I did try to go back to work, but that was the wrong thing. I wasn't in the right frame of mind, and I never should have done it, because then I ended up throwing in a job that I could have just had extended leave, or something else with. And sadly, that shop is shutting now, and I will never ever work there again. And I walked in there the other day like a big sock, and went down the back of the shop, which was my domain, the appliances department, and I was walking around, I was looking at the wall, because my ex-husband and I actually helped sand and clean one of the walls. We were meant to help paint. I can't remember if we did actually help paint, but I just looked at the wall and I cried. This is just a wall in a shop. But it's a shop that I won't ever go back to as an employee, which really sucks, because I really loved my job. And I won't go back as a customer either, because I pop in there every couple of weeks to say hi to the staff. They knew that I used to work there, because why not tell them? And so they, treated me like I was part of the team, and they were always really lovely and kind, and they understand sort of how I'm feeling at the shop closing, the site closing. But I do remember back when the lease was signed, so I should have remembered, if it was a detail that you would remember, that was something that was going to come up soon for them anyway. But I was only a lackey, not a manager, so it wasn't, and I didn't work there anymore, so it wasn't my job to remember. But anyway, so I'm a little bit sad that they won't be in here anymore. I'll have to travel 20 minutes into town to go and get things if I need them, and go and visit the staff. They'll be lucky they all got their jobs, and they're going to be relocated to the other store, so that's great. But I miss being able to just pop in there. My son and I would pop in there, and he goes and looks at the TVs and thinks that he's watching movies. Is it, Mummy, can I go and watch the movies? Yep, sure. It's just the flashing display screen. He's flicking through the pictures. Wow, wow, wow. Everything's wow. So there's one avenue of entertainment I don't have from on the way to preschool anymore. Right, just tidy up a little bit. And I need to wash a couple of tools because now I'm going to get straight onto icing my daughter's cake while that one's cooling. So what I've just done is I've done filling and I suppose they call it the crumb cake layer, or the crumb layer, which is just a sealing layer to seal in the freshness and stuff, and seal the crumbs. And then I'll put another layer over it soon, and I need to reserve some of it to make it black because his blue cake is having the red Spider-Man on it, and I need to pipe the black web as well. So I'm just going to wash these tools for a second. Is anybody watching got any questions or anything to say? Always appreciative of feedback, interactive chats. That's kind of where I'd like to get to. I'm a little bit awkward at asking questions and answering and focusing on the chat and what I'm doing. But I feel like I'm getting there, slowly. I have to be really careful with these fondant decorations over behind me. They don't flick water on them, because if you get one spot of water, it eats into it like acid, because it's just sugar. And yeah, it's just sugar. Butter. Okay. Utensils cleaned and dried. Madam's pink icing. Spoon. Now I need to get her cakes out of the freezer. I freeze them because that keeps them fresher too, especially if I do them the night before. They're only in the freezer for a couple of days and they're double wrapped so they don't get freezer burned. It's just nice to get a fresh cake that sort of tastes like it came out of the oven that day, not 3 or 4 days before. And that's what I get. That's the feedback that I get from my friends and my family. It's like, your cakes don't just look good, they taste good too. So that's always a bonus. Whoa! Whoa! You're not a mat, you're a cat. And I really don't want to stand on you. So my littlest cat's just gone and laid on the floor right behind me. Just because she wants to play chicken or trip or something. Alright, so chocolate cakes now. My son had vanilla cakes. He wanted vanilla and he wanted them coloured blue, so that's what he got. So the whole inside of his cake is blue. And I cut into it, the vanilla cake will be blue. And of course Barbie has to be pink, and Madam wanted chocolate, which is a little bit harder to cover with a lighter icing. But never mind, I love a challenge, and I usually don't have too much trouble hiding the chocolate. And to be fair, it does kind of look nice. These two are being miniature elephants again. Tabby elephants with their tinkly bells. Slowly getting to know their names. R2 knows her name. D2 sort of, he does, but I call him Deets, and I need to keep calling him D2 for a while. But he's just like a Deets. I should have named him Simba, because he really does look like a Simba. But he's D2, because R2 couldn't be without D2. Right, 7-9. Originally I was going to call them R2-D2 and C-3PO, but then I figured that calling them was going to be a mouthful and a half. And it would be hard for the kids too, I think, to get C-3PO. They don't really even get R2 and D2. My son's like that cat and that cat, which one's the boy, which one's the girl. So, but he's still picking them up with their ears or pinning them down to pet them, which drives me a little bit batty. But the kittens are none the worse for the wear. The one that he likes to pick up by her ears, she just goes limp, and he lets her go. He knows he's not meant to lift them, so as soon as she does that, he's like, oh no, I shouldn't have you. And he's usually caught within a couple of seconds too. Oh, little monkey, but caught him lying on her tonight on the couch. Oh, I'm just going to have a cuddle with you, and I'm going to squash the living daylights out of you. It reminds me of Elvira. Is it Elvira? I think it is, out of an old cartoon. Squishing the cat. I'm going to love you and squish you. Kids and animals, huh? There's some guinea pigs on our way to school. And he now wants guinea pigs. Well, I love guinea pigs, but I do not love cleaning them out. They make pretty loud noises too, so if anything approaches the cage at any time of day or night, you hear the squealing. So, I don't know. Kittens is enough for now. Maybe guinea pigs when they're a bit older and they can actually do the cleaning themselves. Oh, I remember we had them as kids, and it was one of the jobs we didn't like, changing the hay, and I think we had newspaper down or sawdust. I can't remember exactly, which is weird because I can remember most things from my childhood that I want to remember. Pretty sure it was sawdust and hay. But yeah, you'd go to clean it out and all the hay would be packed down and smelly and gross. And I have no sense of smell. That's a fun fact about me, just randomly thrown in there. So maybe I could cope with it. I haven't had sense of smell since before my daughter was conceived, and I knew that I was pregnant because I put a roast pork in the oven, and not only could I smell it, but it smelled like wild pork. I don't know, some people can't tell the difference, but I have been able to for, I don't know, I suppose since a young girl. You can just smell the game. I don't know. And yeah, this was just a supermarket shoulder roast or something, and it ponged. Oh, that's really not nice. I usually love the smell of pork. This is awful. And so I was like, oh, I think I better take a pregnancy test. So I did the next day, which was actually the anniversary of my mother's passing away, which was really quite neat to find out on that day that I was going to have a baby. Sort of felt like I was sharing it with her, or so yeah. And then when I was pregnant with my son, same thing happened. I can't remember what I could smell, but I was like, oh no, because my husband and I had pretty much just split up. So yeah, smell told me I was pregnant, pregnancy test told me yes, doctor said definitely. There we go. So when I was with the guy I was seeing earlier in the year, the joke was if I could smell things, I'd be pregnant. So thankfully I never recovered my sense of smell while with him, so yes, that would have been a miniature disaster. I don't need any more little children. Not that I wasn't preventing anyway, but these things happen. And 4-legged children with the 2-legged children is more than enough. One of the 2-legged, my daughter was getting a bit confused because the party's for both of them tomorrow. She was thinking that it's her actual birthday, and she says to me, oh mummy, when you wake me up in the morning, you have to say happy birthday, Ali, happy birthday. Whoops, happy birthday. And I was like, sweetheart, I hate to break it to you, but it's actually just your brother's birthday tomorrow. Your actual birthday is next Thursday, but you're sharing a party. Oh, Oh, she was very, very disappointed that I won't be singing her happy birthday in the morning. But she will have happy birthday sung to her tomorrow because she's part of the party. She invited 3 friends, but unfortunately I think probably only one can make it on time. Some are coming late and one's a maybe, possibly, not sure, but hopefully. And then Holden's 2 wee friends that we've invited are coming. And then a mum friend of mine's bringing her son. We pretty much see each other on birthday parties or when we feel like a coffee and a catch up. So I like Holden and his best friend. He's got 3 best friends. There were 3 of them, and then there's this little 4th one now who's joined the gang by the sound of it. And he's such a sweetie. He's a bit like Holden. I mean, a bit like my son. Please, if I use names, forget. Yeah, he's a bit of a sweetheart. So they've all got quite strong personalities in their own ways. So his best friend is coming tomorrow, and we're looking forward to having fun at the beach, having a sausage sizzle. I've got pretty much everything organised for the food, which for me is amazing because I'm not organised when it comes to birthday parties at all. I will admit though, I haven't wrapped the presents. My son's presents are still in the car, waiting to be wrapped, but that can still be done before they get up. These kind of need to be done tonight. So I'm a perfectionist, so if it looks like I'm going over the same spot more than once, I probably am, and it still doesn't end up looking the way I want it to, and I just go, give up because I'll be here all night. I have been known to stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning, faffing with a cake, trying to get it perfect, and then giving up because it wasn't going to get any more perfect than it was, and then, it actually turns out that, yeah, it was, just not in my own eyes. We're our own harshest critics, aren't we? Oh, yeah, well, actually, tell you what, doing these has made me a bit more organised and a bit more tidy in my kitchen, but I still can't see my dining table. Still has to be cleared just before the visitors have served their coffee, if you remember. But I'm trying, one of the things I want to do this year is be more organised, because I spent the last few months not fitting the gym in because I had other priorities or someone I wanted to spend the time with, not spending the time on myself, and I was never organised for anything. So it's a goal this year, be more organised, so that will start with the house eventually. Go to the gym more, walk more, spend more positive time with the kids. I mean, I do anyway, but just amp that up, because little girl's feeling a little bit like she's lacking attention at the moment. And she's nearly 6. She's got some big emotions going on inside of her. Parents splitting up, when you're younger, and you don't understand. And as you get older, you sort of do understand, but you don't. So she's just processing lots of stuff, and it's her 2nd year at school. So I want to try and get more organised for her too, and for more organised for walking my son to preschool, because then that gets me a walk before mid-morning, before lunch, and then I can still go to the gym in the afternoon. I'm supposed to go for a walk every day and gym 3 times a week, but that hasn't happened since my trainer left last year. He went overseas and I went, oh yeah, cool, no one's watching me, and I haven't got a new trainer yet. Well, I have, but I'm fussy, and I haven't really seen her much around the gym and her work, whereas I've seen all the others. So when I do eventually get off my backside and get right back into it, I will ask about who will take me on and do me a new routine, because my routine's getting a bit old too. I haven't really progressed anywhere, but that is also because I haven't been going, and so I have to go right back to the start when I do go back. Right, Madam's cake's got the dirty ice on it, or the crumb coat. So now we'll do the second coat on Sue's cake. Yep, that seems to be set enough. And then on hers. Just need to leave enough icing aside to make it black to make the web. Because if I don't do that now, I will completely forget. See, still not entirely organised. I still have a sieve brain. Should be enough. No, we might just err on the side of, there might not be much left. Oh look, there's my mat, my cat mat again. I decided it just needed to be on the middle of the floor. They've been fed, so that's not its problem, her problem. Alright, wash my utensils again. How's things over in your hood, young man? 79. And all the family, the young'uns and the parents. Have you been over the way recently? Really do need to have a catch up. Come over to Morton actually, see you, instead of, I mean come over to where you are, sorry, that was fun. I slip up, but not many people are watching, and yeah, anyway, no apologies, I'll just get back to icing this cake. I'm trying to be interactive in chat, because I am getting sick of my own voice, my own topic. As you can see, cakes are, they take a bit of concentration and going around and around and around on the turntable at this stage. And of course I do have to kind of focus. So I remember telling my daughter to focus one day, and my ex-husband was like, "Don't say that." Why? He's like, "It's fuck off because you're stupid." I was like, I'm not saying that to our daughter. Never heard that in my life, but okay. But now every time I say it to her, I'm like, oh no, I'm not meaning what it apparently implies. She's far from stupid. Her teacher's very happy with her this year. She's just determined she doesn't really want to make new friends. And sort of trying to teach her, well, in life you need to have lots of friends. It's good to have friends and be able to make friends, because if you don't make friends and learn that, you know, friends come and go, then it's a bit harder later in life. But she's almost 6. She knows better. So she has tried. She has made a concerted effort to do so. And sounds like the teacher's going to encourage her with some little things, like if she's earned a reward in class, as they do, she can have some free play time outside, and she can choose one friend to take with her, but he'll encourage her to take a different friend. That was naughty. He'll encourage her to take someone different maybe each time if she's, you know, she's got to get the rewards first. But it doesn't sound like, it sounds like she's really a real treasure in her class, so. And I know my son keeps everybody entertained at preschool. He does at home as well. sort of I'm thinking of a post to do for his birthday in the morning, because, you know, parent post on Facebook. We all do it, well, most of us. Some of us, I don't know. And I was thinking, I can't... trying to find the words to say, but I can't find them because you use 2 entire dictionaries worth every morning, and you've used up today's quota already. I like to think I'm funny. I have Irish heritage, blame my great-grandfather. Yeah, so we'll see. See what I post in the morning, how I feel in the morning. I cried when I put him to bed. He's not going to be 3 anymore, he's going to be 4. Can't believe it. Really does only feel like yesterday. There's this tiny baby in my arms. You know, so after such a quick and very freaking hairy birth, and then now he's this big bolshy boy, but he's quite a sensitive wee boy too. He's got good feelings. The person that I was with has had trouble telling me that I looked nice or anything like that. It was kind of, you know, I've been in relationships before where you get told you're beautiful and you don't believe it, and you hear it all the time, and you're just like, oh, would you shut up? And apparently I did that a bit much with him, but but it was sort of like the opposite, and bought a new dress and sort of didn't get much comment, or you look nice or something. But I put this same dress on to go to a funeral 2 weeks ago with my dad, and I was dropping my son off on the way to the funeral and then heading out, so I wanted to be dressed and ready. And I came out of my bedroom, and my dad was sitting in the lounge, and my son looks at me, oh, Mummy, I love your dress. Wow, it's a beautiful dress. And Dad's just sort of looking at me, and then he goes, well, Papa, don't you just love Mummy's dress? Isn't it so beautiful? Oh, wow, Mummy, your dress is so lovely. And I was like, well, you've got to come and get changed, come on. And he just wouldn't stop, wow, your dress is lovely. So, he's full of compliments. It's quite cute. I tell them that they're cute, they're gorgeous, they're lovely, they're wonderful, they're, you know, all the time. So it's rubbing off on them, I guess, and I guess it can't be a bad thing to give people compliments, right? Okay, Holden's is pretty much done. I do need to do a bit of a smooth coat, but I want to get, son's is done. Daughter's now. And I've just smushed the Lincoln icing. No, I didn't put my face in the cake. I got it on there and went like that, and yeah. You can believe what you want. Okay, more washing tools. Get blue out the way. I'm running out of gas. I'm the queen of gas bagging. I talk to someone on the phone for hours. Yet when I'm talking to... Oh well, it's all about confidence, isn't it? Gaining experience. And one day I might be a professional cake maker and doing professional videos, channeling my inner Alison Holst and Joe Seeger. The angle's not great that I'm icing at, but neither is the angle for the camera. So you sort of get to see a lot of my arm and not a lot of me. I'm trying. Tinkerbell 1 and 2. I suppose you could kind of equate that to R2-D2's blip, 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 blip. Yeah? No, probably not. In my head anyway, and that's what matters, right? I'm the one that lives in my head. Not always the nicest place to be, but it's getting better. It's getting better. I am learning not to overthink. Are we all? I am learning to sort of let go a little and yeah. It's nice to have an avenue to talk. That's a bit different. Just get things off my mind. It's not like I'm ever going to go full Britney Spears on it and shave my head on camera or anything like that. Or have a meltdown online. Sure, I might get emotional when I'm talking about things later on when I do some more talk about my PTSD and CPTSD and the journey that I've been on. But I'll try not to do too much ugly crying because nobody wants that, right? Yeah. Stick to my day job and not trying to be a comedian. Yeah? Yeah. That's what I thought. I'm actually surprised at how little stress I've had from the kids' cakes. Quite often I'll get so stressed with a cake, I just about want to tear my hair out, just about want to do a Britney. But these have actually come out really, yeah. I'm very impressed. Maybe just not worrying about it. Having tonight to be able to do it. Baking the cakes earlier in the week. Maybe even just knowing that I'm being watched. Yeah. But it's just definitely a different vibe. Like I do love having someone here when I'm decorating cakes. I love having someone watching me, having a conversation, just getting stuck in, but listening and talking, and you know, then all of a sudden you look down and you're done, and you look up and you're like, oh, look at that. And yeah. I know it's a lot of going around, but I'm trying to cover up all of the dark cake that you can just see under the icing. I'm pretty sure my daughter is not going to give a rat's. I'm pretty sure anyone who eats it's not going to give a rat's. But I can see it, and I give a rat's. Me. Might need to chill it and then go around again like I've just tried to do with Holden's, because it's, yeah. I just end up going around and around and around and around. Put a bit more on top because there's some crumbs showing. I'm not a professional. I literally do this in my way. There are videos that do it really fast. I tend to prefer not to have icing covering my walls, you know, so. Again, I'll get there one day. The first step was being able to actually do it. The next step was putting things on Facebook and showing my friends and family what I can do. And this is another step. It's all, yeah. When I am ready for a business, I'll hopefully already have a little bit of a name for myself, and I kind of do now with all my friends. I've got one friend who calls me Jason Cakes. That's what he's got me saved in his phone as too. Jason Cakes. It's quite funny. Because my mum used to call me Baby Cakes, so it's like, oh, it's a bit sweet. It's a bit cute. That could be an interesting conversation. What do you save people as in your phone? Do you save them as their actual name? Do you give them a nickname if they've got one? If there's someone you don't like, do you give them like a derogatory nickname? No, like fuckface, or I might be being watched in Canada, so there's words you can't say there. The C word. I'm just being an idiot again. Yeah. I'll stop. I really am trying to smooth this cake that doesn't really want to be smooth at the moment. It's telling me I should be using another tool, or probably should be using another tool. It's probably a cake decorator going to watch me at some point and just be like, oh my god, what is that woman doing? So I'm a rookie. I'm a newbie. Well, yeah. I taught myself. I'd love to do a bakery or pastry chef apprenticeship. But that requires hours that aren't really conducive to kiddies, so what have you two found? Whatever it is, it just went under the fridge. I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not going to get that for you. It's funny because you guys can hear me talking to these little bells that are jingling, but you can't see them. And I'm not handling them while I've got food. Let's give this a go and see if this will make me feel any better about what's going on this cake. Oh, not bad. Okay. Yes and no. Yes or no? She comes back again. I hope that those that are watching are drinking alcohol, and if you are, have one for me, please. It's been a long time since I had one. Oh no, actually no, I had a beer yesterday and it was gross and I didn't really enjoy it. But a decent drink. So yeah, play one for you, one for me, and you drink mine. Maybe I should be drinking. It might make this look a hell of a lot better. At the end of the day, my daughter is not going to care. I have to remember that. It's all going to look the same in everyone's stomachs, right? Just in case old crazy granny gives it a watch, she'll be thinking that. It's all going to look the same in their stomachs. So, it's been flashing up on my Twitch. If you like my content or you'd like to keep following me for a while, please hit the follow button if you haven't already, and the notification so you can see when I come online, and we can continue to learn about each other and make friends. Like I said, eventually it would be lovely to have more people in chat, more people watching, be able to talk to people better than I've talked to 7-9 tonight until I embarrass myself. Yeah, Flash, you're absolutely right, it does look all the same. Oh, actually, though my son's cake, that makes you green. I made a BMW cake for my cousin's son last month, and she was a little bit concerned with the colour that came out at the end. And I was like, oh, I should have warned her, yeah, because blue and black fondant will actually, and icing, food colouring will change the colour of it. She thought they might have been a little bit thick, but they weren't thick. It was just the food colouring in my fondant. And I didn't even add the food colouring, that's like really, really coloured stuff, so. Okay. Stop. Put it away. Because I'll just keep going and going and going. Oops. Now there's another cat mat. The second cat wants to be a mat now. Oh yeah, no, the first mat's over by the oven at the moment. She must have learned her lesson. Hey Arto, you've had enough of being trodden on by Mum tonight? Really? Oh yeah. going to try and use this handy dandy thing on this cake and see if I can make this smoother. A little bit. Woohoo. Okay. Just need to smooth that out down the bottom. I've actually done a bit of... Oh, bugger. Sometimes that happens. I just smushed it. I tried to smooth it and ended up smushing it. So what was that? What was the point? The texture of this one's just a bit different. Bubblegum flavour, bubblegum colour. So, alright, I'm not going to play with that one either. If it was for a friend or a family member, might piddle around a bit more. But if I could piddle around all night. Although I have been told to try and get my streams over an hour. So, first I'll try and mix up some black icing. While sitting here thinking to myself, did I say black food colouring today? I don't know if I did. I have black paint somewhere. See, not organised. Okay guys, you're in my way. Okay, excuse me. They're playing with they're playing with a tiny piece of tinsel from Christmas decorations. Like they've found a piece of tinsel, I don't know where. Well, obviously the Christmas decoration box, sorry. Anyway, they found a piece of tinsel, and that is the best thing ever. They were right at my feet. I guess it beats one of them sitting on my feet. R2 comes over to me in the morning, and one of the first things she does is sit on my feet. I'm like, good morning mum, have some slippers, which is great, but I don't really want a cat slipper when I'm trying to get my kids breakfast and lunch made. And she's like, no, I'm just going to sit on your foot. Hope you don't want to move. No, sure. I'm at your disposal. Hashtag cat mum. Oh, that was not very well organised of me. I don't think I've got enough black. But I guess as long as it's a darker colour, then... Oh, maybe. Not looking fantastic. It needs something done to it. It's kind of separated. Don't think that will matter too much for the webbing. Again, I would try and work out something else if it was for a family member or a friend, but the kids aren't going to notice. So, my black paint. No, my black paint is not going to help if I don't shake it. See. Nope, that did not help. It did not one bit. Frustrating. Kind of know how to fix it, but buttercream is the bane of my life. When it decides it doesn't want to work, I'm just going to boil the jug and make sort of a double boiler, so warm it up a little bit and see if I can whip it back into some kind of shape. Because that's annoying. Okay. You know, it's not pretty. It's definitely separated. I don't know if you can see. Looks like cement, concrete, whatever. Get out of the way. Use a whisk and see if that helps. And my temperature on my hand might help too. Very temperamental when it wants to be. It might be beyond saving. Oh. We shall see, we shall see. I do actually have this chiller pad. I might just chuck it on top of that. See if that works. Sometimes heat works, sometimes cool works. Trial and error. Trial and error, trial and error. Royal blue, just to try and see if I can make that a bit darker. That might have made it a bit worse, or well, maybe not. That's it. Keep going, perseverance, keep going. Oh! Okay. Didn't need the jug. Just needed to whip it back to shape. See? Still looks like cement. But hey! You saw it here first. I didn't panic. I just thought of solutions. Got on with the job. Bobbsy twins are still having heaps of fun over here. Don't forget that the cats are nocturnal animals. And they play with anything on the floor. They are now playing with the box of pencils. And a piece of cardboard from a book that the kids have discarded on the floor. So, right, I'm quite pleased with that. I don't think I'm going to get a black, but that's alright. Oh, I did have black powder. I have black colour powder. Because that won't affect the, we'll see, let's see. I forgot I had that. I have some of the randomest things. I have some glitter here that you can put on things, but you can't eat the decorations that you put them on, so I don't use it because you can't eat the decorations. What's the point? Although some people do make it so that the decorations they take off and keep, so I don't know. If I had somebody tell me specifically that they want to take the off and keep them, but they want glitter on them, then I can use them. But I like my Go Bake Pearl Sparkle Glitter Dust, and I found some online last night that was actually in stock. So I'll be buying myself some more of that silver because I'm almost done, and I will be buying some gold as well because I bought some other glitter dusts and they're not great. No, they're here. So these, got gold and a pearl and a silver, or silver and pearl, but I don't like them. They're just not quite what I thought they were. And they're definitely not my Pearl Sparkle Dust, but maybe I've just got a bias towards my Pearl Sparkle Dust now, and you know, I mean that's not impossible with me. You have a bias against something, I'm sure. Right, okay, I've got that mixed up. Colours out the way, because they literally are in my way, and Elephants, slow down. This is a no tromping zone. Nelly the elephant. No. Those cute little ears are painted on. And they don't understand English, but hey. They don't know that. Probably drunk spiders making this cake. Making this weird. If I remember rightly, it's got that many. Trying to do it so that it's got enough spikes, you know. Or, I don't know. Spokes. Do I admit now that I hate piping with a vengeance? And this is going to be on top and down the sides. But I love my son, so just going to get it done. Just get a piping bag. And I'm just going to find my piping nozzles as well. So I'm behind you. You can't see me, but you can hear me. Ooh. No. I guess I'm not as crazy as some of the people that I've watched, and here I am thinking I'm crazy, so. Oh, I have watched some people on, yeah. No judgment. You live your life and do what you want. But, wow. I'm sure some of you would know what I'm talking about. And that's just on Twitch. It's just on the IRL channel. I'm going, whoa, okay, well. I think I've just seen things that I can't unsee. Disposable piping bag. I've got reusable ones, but I don't. Oh, come on. Doesn't fit. Oh, okay. What have I done there? I think the angle of the bag is different to the angle of the nozzle or something. Stand by, caller. I will try something different. Without poking holes in the bag, because you poke holes in the bag where you don't want them, and then you end up with icing where you don't want it. It still doesn't really work the way the other ones do. Ah! I source from wherever I can find it cheapest, so that's my fault. I've only got myself to blame. How rude. Put that into a bag, makes it easier to load. Into a cup, makes it easier to load. Get the nozzles out of the way. I love my dream kitchen right about now. One day. I could pretend. I could close my eyes and visualise that I'm in my dream kitchen, but then we could end up with things everywhere. Because I think I had a bench over by the ranch slider and... yeah. Anyhow. Nearly done. Well, I've made it over the hour mark. So that's good. And I've still got viewers. Or lurkers. I had 10 views on last night's video, so I'm really stoked. I'd love a few more, but hey. Starting out, that's not too bad, I reckon. And one of my videos, when I put it up on YouTube, has had 23. And I've accumulated 5 or 6 more followers on YouTube. So I've got 15 followers on YouTube and 6 on Twitch. So I'd love some more followers if you're liking what I'm talking about, or you just think I'm kooky crazy and you'd like to know when I'm online so you can sit there and have a wee laugh, please follow me and add me to your notifications list. As I say, eventually I will get a schedule. My kids are away every week, so I could do a weekly catch-ups. There'll be lots of things, I'm sure. I could win lotto and I could get a really awesome computer so that I can actually become part of the gaming world and not just the talking streaming world. And because I really seriously get jealous watching people game. Okay. So, spiderweb away. Webs away. I don't actually know what they say. Web slinging, I don't know. My kids watch it. Okay, I could have done better. I could have done better on my pipeline on the front. It's not fantastic, but hey. Thinking maybe going up's probably better. I don't know. God, I don't know. Oh look, guess what? Going up's better. Goodness me. Ah. Fingers in the icing. Will be awesome, me gaming and streaming. Fuck, could you imagine it? I decided there are games I just don't like the look of. At all. I'd still love to give Scum a go. Yeah, well, I'm part of a Discord. I actually needed to join your Discord again too. Maybe you can invite me. But the Discord group that I'm in is really cool, Kiwi Gamers. And there's lots of really cool people in there, and they play some things like Farm Simulator and trucking, and I'm like, oh my god. I actually like the look of these games and could quite happily sit here and do what they're doing right now. And I used to play Oregon Trail when I was younger. So yeah, it would be really cool. I found this Scum streamer in Australia. I can't remember what her name is right now, and I'm not sure where to go to look for it, but it's Impossible, I think her name is. And I don't know how to do shout out, so I will eventually get to that too. But I was watching her, and she's playing with some guys, and she's just funny. She's just hilarious, and I really enjoyed sitting watching her. It was nice to watch some Scum again. I don't know why I like it. I know it got weird after they modded it or whatever, but I did enjoy always watching it. Isn't that funny? That used to be my Saturday night entertainment, and now I'm my Saturday night entertainment. I'm your Saturday night entertainment. Whew. Okay. We are getting there. I've got songs going in my head because I still don't know how to work out how I can get whether I can use my Spotify app on my phone at the same time as Twitch and have it running, and what music I'm allowed to play, because I see that it's kind of almost impossible to play music. And I just like something in the background. And then you could hear me singing, which is not entirely terrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not awful. I'm never going to have a singing career, which when I was younger I really hoped I would. I wanted to be the next Kylie Minogue. I was never going to be a Kylie Minogue. Patience, patience, patience. Piping a straight line uphill. Who loves doing that? Ugh, there's gaps. There's gaps. There's blobs, there's gaps, there's mistakes. That's okay. It's a spiderweb. Spiderwebs have gaps and mistakes, don't they? Where a fly got stuck and the spider hasn't come back to fix it yet. My son's afraid of spider webs, so this is going to be interesting because he goes to get on a swing or a slide or anything and there's a spider web on it and loses it. There's a spider web, Mummy, get it off. Or okay, Ellie, sister, to get it off, and it's like, and you want Spider-Man on your cake. So if he freaks out tomorrow because he's got a web on his cake, well, that might be a little bit too bad, eh? I'll just have to tell him to eat it. It'll go away if he eats it. He seems to think that, automatically there will be a spider with a spider web. I keep trying to tell him, no, you've scared it away already. Like your big voice, that noise you just made telling me there was a spider web, that spider's gone. He's not home. He won't be knocking anytime soon. Okay, I'm going to be brave here and lift the cake up. Woohoo! Ha! Feeling a little bit proud right over here. My peacock's tail. Okay, this is going to be the hard bit. Oh, not too bad. Not expert level piping by any means. But you can tell that it's a spider webish on the top. I'm already up. Vanilla cake with bubblegum flavoured blue icing. And Madam chose raspberry flavour for her chocolate cake. So I put a little bit of lemon in it because the raspberries are so sweet. See how that goes. Must be about time to make you another cake. Is it 7-9? May. So I've done cupcakes and I've done carrot cake. Now what's next? What do you want to try next? Oh, getting there, sorry. And a little bit of focus mode because wanting it to stick to the cake, but also, sort of drape naturally like a web should. Oh, no. It's kind of looking a little bit like poop, but anyway. I could have used royal icing because I've got some ready-made, like you just mix water with it stuff. But nah. Why do that when I can just entertain you all with the way I did it? You only really like carrot cakes. Okay, I can do another carrot cake. I think I remember you saying that actually. I only really like carrot and sultana. Love sultana cake. Could eat that all day. Not a good idea. Okay, I want to get a couple of arches on the front if we can without breaking them. Goodness me. Might be more than I can achieve now. I might have done my dash. No. I'm gonna get it. Banana cake with lemon icing, Flash? Where am I sending it to? Oh, I've gone downhill with my web. Spider's on drugs. Or drunk or something. Don't think I could send the cake to Scuba if he wanted one, because that's a long way to go. He'd have to wait till he came over. But yeah, taking orders now. Joke, by the way. Concentration phase. Not a bad camera angle, to be fair. Just actually looked up at myself. Oh, the laptop's over there dying. Yeah, I know, I'm teasing. I'd say she's probably a lot more experienced and a bit better than I am. Considering I've just gone around this whole cake and it's got the wonkiest web ever. Oh well. I'll put a couple more bits on and then I might just have to walk away from it. Yeah, that's true. I did say that before. But did you also hear me say that I am kind of a perfectionist, even though nothing is ever perfect? I am actually really pleased with how the piping's coming along, sort of. I guess I'm just going to make that. Oh yeah, that worked. Alright. It has a web on it. Albeit wonky, it has a web. I kind of feel like I just want to add some extra bits from the back somewhere. Just because it's annoying me aesthetically. Put some extra bits where you can see it. There's enough left anyway of the buttercream, so I may as well do it. Ugh. Hello, baby elephants. Oh, I sort of fixed this shit. Yeah, anyway. Again, we are going to stop. Yeah. Sorry about that. Alright. Oh, little man's going to be pleased anyway. Yeah, buttercream set, so the stuff that's set, I can sort of smooth it out a little bit. Make it look a little less rough. Flash, what does your wife like to work with the most, like, icing-wise? I like buttercream, but I prefer to put fondant over top of it, or decorate it with fondant decorations and not have to muck around so much with piping and things like that. Some people only like to use chocolate ganache. I love my Swiss meringue buttercream, and I'm so pleased that I decided to try the recipe and be brave. Okay, knife down. Alright. Now my cleaning cloth down. I think I'm almost where I need to be. I haven't had my dinner yet either. I had a friend staying with me who marinated some steak and he wanted me to have it last night. Cook it up and I was like, I don't feel like steak. I'm having spaghetti bolognese with, wasn't spaghetti bolognese, it was supposed to be nachos mix. Nacho mix with sour cream for my dinner. So he's coming, he's gone away for the night tonight. And so he's coming from his room and here you go, here's the steak, you have to cook it tonight. So, okay, well, I'll be making cakes and stuff, so yeah. So I'm going to go and cook a nicely marinated steak that I didn't have to marinate, but I do have to cook. It's nice to have a friend that cares. He'll buy takeaways for himself, and if I haven't eaten, he's like, what do you want? Or he'll just come home with food. Doesn't always work. He bought me a quarter pounder the other night, double quarter pounder. Oh, I love a double quarter pounder. I've been craving one for ages. He's been sharing KFC with me as well, but I've been craving this blinking double quarter pounder, and he bought me one home. My daughter was having a meltdown, and I tend to get a bit worked up when she does. And I was waiting for her to calm down. He's like, here, we'll just have the burger. And I had the burger, but I wasn't focused on eating. I was more worried about, you know, what she would have been up to. Well, I couldn't see her. I was in the garage having some space because, my God, my daughter can scream and thump the doors, and yeah, she can throw a tantrum. So, yeah. Okay, I think Spider-Man's head's going to go on there, and then I think that my son's cake can really be called done. That's the front. Oh, let's put the front there. Okay, I'm going to put his head on there. Damn it, I've got a tiny spot of water, and you can just see where it's... I can just see where it's all mushed in. But the cake that he chose is pretty much now the cake that he wanted off. Oh, they choose pictures off Pinterest. I use Pinterest, I like that. Gives me lots of good ideas. But anyway, okay, tipping the cake upside down. Spider-Man's eyes are drunk. Okay, it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be absolutely perfect, but there we go. There is my son's Spider-Man cake that he chose for his 4th birthday. That little man is going to be so happy. He's probably going to want to eat it for breakfast. Getting him to save it for his party. Probably going to be pretty hard, so all I need to do now is put Madam's decorations on, so I wonder if I should do that now before I go. Almost made it to an hour and a half. Again, if you're enjoying what you see and you haven't followed me already, please follow me. I'd love a few more followers. I'd love a few more viewers. Just because, you know, I want to talk to people. I don't just want to talk to myself and my cakes. Loving that to chat tonight, being able to talk to 7-9, who I haven't talked to in a while, and being on the other side of the camera. It's quite cool. Alright. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it there. Because the Barbie cake's a bit girly. But I'll put up shorts on my YouTube channel tomorrow once they're finished. Just do a short video, you know, to do the whole 360 view thing. And I will hopefully try and set a schedule for either Thursday or Friday nights around about 8:30. Because I'm very, like I say, I try to be organised, but I'm very, very bad at organising myself. So I intend to try and do a regular stream. I just need to sit down and think of topics. I also still haven't gone for the walk up the hill to my grandparents' old farm to show everybody what the view is like in that. I was thinking of starting down the bottom, but not having the camera pointed at me and walking up, because the track is where my grandma used to walk through the berry fields, up through the tamarillos, up to the house. And it's quite a steep walk. It takes me 2 minutes, 15 seconds or something like that. Or it did last time I tried it. It might not now. It might take longer. To get to the top. And by then I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. I'm sweating. So you would have to excuse my breathing if I did start down the bottom. But it kind of makes sense to show you what the track looks like going up it. And then, this is the view. And this is what I grew up with. It's, you know, quite fortunate. Yes. There's the tabby elephant. Hey guys! Woo! No, you're going to walk out on me. That true cat turns its back on you just when you want it, and the vacuum cleaner was in the way too. Anyway, thank you very much for watching tonight. Thanks for the conversation. Great to see everybody. If you liked what you've seen again, give me a follow. I've also got YouTube, and please feel free to check out my Facebook page as well. That's linked in my Twitch profile. If you've got any feedback, leave some comments in on my YouTube channel, or send me a whisper, is it, in Twitch. And if you're part of the wonderful gaming, Kiwi gaming community that I've managed to get myself joined to on Discord, then you can send me a message on there too. Welcome any feedback, any ways to make things look better, sound better, yeah, anything. So thanks very much for watching me. Just about made it to an hour and a half. I'm pretty proud of myself. It's my longest stream yet. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all.